fights out of Gracie by Derby and here's from Derby, Daniel Ward. And his opponent fighting out of the red corner, weighing in at 68. He's 31, stands 5'7". He fights out of Gorilla Fighting and here's from Gainesville, Matt Brocklesby.
Another catchweight competition here at 150 pounds, the Almighty Fighting Championships, amateur divisions. Matt Brocklesby fighting out of the red corner in the black armor trunks, puts his 3-2 record up against Daniel Ward fighting out of the blue corner in the Hayabusa shorts. He's 2-0, giving up 3 fights experience to Brocklesby as Ward. But Ward
just manhandling Brocklesby right now.
And Ward doesn't like to go the distance. Both of his wins come by way of KO or submission in the first round.
Hey, but this is the Brocklesby we're talking about here, and if you know anything about the Brocklesbys, they are grinders, and they do not quit while they're in there. There's an arming guillotine there that Brocklesby's got on Ward, but he shouldn't be too much trouble given the posture that Ward has right now, just scooting his hips out and getting his head to the ground.
Unless he gets rolled onto his mounted. No, inside the half guard, full guard now.
If you jump to your back for the guillotine and you don't get the guillotine, the best case scenario is ending up on top. Brocklesby's going to take that all day. And just stacking Ward now.
Yeah, threw a little hammer fist down there.
But he's got to watch that arm because he's got an arm in and an arm out right now, and triangles, arm bars galore. Yeah. We've seen an arm bar from this position once tonight.
If he rolls through with it now, tries to go belly down, right?
You see how Brocklesby's turned him in so he's directly below his crotch. He stacked him against the fence and just shimmied out of there. Ward is relentless.
Yeah,
though.
Ward goes straight in as soon as he had a moment, straight in on the takedown again, but having to defend that neck, climbs over in the half guard there now.
And that looks like it's fairly deep. Like that was under the chin. If he can just turn that right elbow towards his right hip and pull the arm through with his left arm, that would have been on.
Well, nice scramble there by Ward. He's now trying to take the back of Brocklesby.
Brocklesby straight on a leg though. This has been non-stop from start so far. It's a relentless pace.
Yeah, these guys are in for the sprint, not the marathon. Nice knee up the middle.
Beautiful, created space and just let him shoot back onto it.
Again, that bulldog, like the schoolboy headlock, not paying off well there.
Now, in the men's divisions or people with shorter hair, it genuinely doesn't pay off. With the ladies, you tend to have a bit of purchase on the hair and the braids, but he's under the chin with he's let go of it. He understands there's 10 seconds to go, and I'm just going to chip away at you now.
No point burning out the arms for a sub I might not get, but I will. Well, that was an entertaining first round, and I can't wait to see some more.
Brocklesby loves it. He's just patted him on the leg. This must be an exchange of words or something going on.
He's right in his head, though. And, is that a good place to be if you're, got 6 more minutes in the cage, if you're getting wound up and emotional?
No, it's never a good place to be. And Ward just looked across at him and smiled. Now, I thought, my lip reading being very terrible, by the way, I thought Brocklesby said, good round. I'm guessing he may have said something different.
Yeah, it might not have been good round with the reaction we got there. Brocklesby more than happy to give up the rest period in between rounds.
Yeah, he is like, let's just carry on fighting. Now, this is where the coach is coming handy.
Yeah.
Familiar voice, calm him down, get their head back in game, but I'm not sure, given the wide-eyed expression on Brocklesby, that has been successful.
No, it's like a caged tiger. And we'll see if he tries to set the pace of this one again. Oh, digs that right foot into the body, and then inside leg kick.
But as good as Ward looked with striking there, and this could just be the perfectionist in me. He looked a little wobbly on his legs, a little bit gassed, a little bit laboured. Oh, Brocklesby's taking him for a ride, and that there is Matt and Johnny Brocklesby all over.
Oh, it's unbelievable. But this time, Ward back to the cage, scooches up, now has to fight off the continued takedown, and that.
Oh, he slides out.
Yeah.
And that's the tiring way to go about things. I always tell people, like, the last thing you want to do is pick people up and slam them.
It's on that neck again.
He's relentless.
Yeah, when Brocklesby gets a hold of that head. Oh, is he giving up the back, though?
But he's turned in.
Oh,
he's done good to turn in. And he's taken top position. He just needs to get that weight above him to stop him from standing. But Ward is long.
Yeah, it's trying to step over, try and take the back. But
he's almost taking the back from guard there.
But Brocklesby, no, not having it. Now working inside the open guard with Daniel Ward.
Now, as much as I love watching the Brocklesbys fight, I would hate fighting somebody like the Brocklesbys because they're always there. They're just always there. But
Ward with a lovely sweep there, baited him in. Trying to get that arm under the chin.
Continuing the work that he did in the first round very well.
Yeah, I mean, is he just a little bit too high up for the back? Got both hooks in, had a hook in, and had to relinquish.
Yeah, that's exactly what his coach was shouting from the corner as well. I think everybody heard that. He was just a little too high.
Brocklesby in again, pressuring Ward up against the cage.
And a foot stomp, boy.
Man, we're getting proper old school.
That's the one that tickles my pickle.
Again, goes for that guillotine again.
I know, he's relentless on the neck, and this is just tiring work.
Absolutely. Well, we got some more lightning here now. Working on the back, and again, he's going to have to readjust if he wants to.
He's just very high. Brocklesby looks like he could just post up on his leg. There we go, now he's sat back. Now the problem was, Ward was jumping to the sub straight away. He wasn't secured in position. Now, he's sat there and...
Yeah, secured the position. Yeah. He's underneath that chin now. Trying to punch his way out, but...
Oh, and he survives.
He must have heard the 10 seconds warning that we missed.
The noise in here, though, is deafening. The Derby crowd has come alive.
The coach is what? Look at him.
Something has happened.
Maybe he's just the sort of fighter and needs to have a, rocket stuck up his ass. Some guys need to hate.
I've called 2 of his fights before. He's never seemed. I've never seen him like that. This is out of character. Like, usually he's quite reserved, respectful. As you saw, he got in the cage. He was the guy to touch gloves.
Yeah.
But something must have happened, and he's not happy.
No. It's almost like he's found these 2 breaks in the rounds to be, a pain in his ass. Just let me fight for the 9 minutes straight, please.
Yeah. Going with the old Valichudo rules, eh?
Hey, man. Right, here we go. 3rd and final round. I'm going to guess they don't touch gloves. Oh, they kind of did.
Yeah.
Was that a half-hearted jab they both threw at each other?
Oh, beautiful step through cross by Brocklesby there. Just whips Ward's head back. But Ward's on the prowl now, and it's with a cross hook. Oh, he's wobbled Ward.
Yeah, Brocklesby. Oh, Brocklesby's turning it into a slugfest.
But he doesn't want to get greedy.
Well, we'll see if there's any cobwebs up there for Ward at the moment.
Yeah. And now he's turned to Brocklesby manhandling Ward.
You had him a bit. You had him a bit worried on the feet. Maybe it's time to disengage and, all right, just drag your man to the ground. That's what works for you.
And punch him in the face, because apparently this is what the Brocklesbys do.
Unbelievable.
Ward, he does not look happy right now.
He's pinned down, and it's over. Referee's seen enough.
Oh my word! Now, that was a wonderful win there by Brocklesby.
Holy, that's a happy young man. Coach is happy.
Wow! I have never seen Matt Brocklesby that fired up before, but do you know, maybe that's what he needed, because he came out and he put it down in the third round.
Holy Christ. I mean, he was game all the way through, but like chomping at the bit in between each round, and now taking in a little bit of applause from the fans here.
Yeah, he's silenced that crowd.
Oh, that huge Derby crowd was singing something fierce when their boy was making his way into the cage. They're not singing now.
Wow, that was, and I mean, if we're going to call it anything, it was a come from behind win, because Ward took that first round.
Yeah, without question. No, I think. Yeah, I think he stole victory from the jaws of defeat, as it were.
Yeah, I mean, that second round was up in the air.
It's amazing. We got, people in the audience giving him the finger. And
so like, this guy's a fighter.
So step in the cage.
Yeah, get some training under your belt.
Let's step in the cage.
I mean, you can understand them being upset.
Fights happen in the cage, ladies and gentlemen. We don't need them out here. That was.
These fighters have trained really hard. Let's not spoil it for them. Thank you. Please take your seats. Thank you.
That always boggles my mind. If you really want to fight in an MMA event, there's a cage. Climb on in. Climb on in. I'm pretty sure we got people here to take that up.